Hello, fellow PFT members. We've been posting on ideas for Student of the Gun through Jared and Paul Markle, ideas of what all we were wanting in classes. However, I've noticed there's been a lot of repeat and a lot of things that would be too exhaustive for me to try to cover quickly. Several of y'all have been asking for what's already available that's out there. Medical, first aid, beginning shooting, etc. Don't forget that the Markles, as well as many other organizations, already have such basic classes of tactical combat casualty care, beyond the first aid, pistol 101, basic ballistic problem solving, rifle, SLR rifle classes, 1 and 2 day, shotgun classes. Those are available elsewhere. It's my opinion that we should be using the Patriot Fire Team, PFT classes and training to do what's not currently easily available or available to everybody out there. Big thing that we need to be worried about is not the firearms classes that are available, should be available in your hometown, your home city, or maybe your state, local, close to you. And Texas has a lot of good places. I live in the Ozarks, and I have 2 very good choices of places to take training classes for firearms. They even offer things like tactical combat casualty care, 2-man team tactics, etc. There is a time and place where they don't quite reach where we need to go, and that's what I'm hoping to propose in this quick video. Let's focus on the tactics. Some of the things that you can do also, y'all been asking, many of you said, well, preparing for the class, or online stuff. Here's how I suggest that you start preparing. Light Infantry Tactics for Small Groups by Chris Larson. This is an excellent book. It's a compressed version of a Ranger handbook, but it's excellent. It talks about the ambushes some of y'all have talked about. It talks about patrolling. It talks about working together as a team. It's an excellent thing. As a matter of fact, Paul, Jared, don't take this personal, but in Missouri, we have a thing called oneshepherd.com, and out there they teach you all of those skills, whether you come by yourself or as a group. Most of the M-word people, the Missouri Militia, one group, and it's my understanding the Citizens Militia of Missouri, or Missouri Citizens Militia, whichever they're calling themselves this week, they go there for training. My only disadvantage with that group is that that training is it's all outdoors, wilderness, woods, and I'm not saying that won't happen. That training does need to occur, but there's other things that we need to do. Another type of prepping, being prepared for a class before you take it, is more reading. Yep, reading. Here's an excellent book by an excellent author. Another excellent book, though this gentleman, David Morse, was more, in my opinion, about building tribes. That was his marketing before he got into this type of thing. This still is an excellent book giving you ideas on taking care of things in the urban. The most recent that will also be entertaining, not just factual, but some of the more recent books that I would suggest that you consider reading are the Patriots series by James Wesley Rawls. You read this book once for entertainment, then grab a pen and paper, yellow pad, highlighter, marker, and start highlighting. I've seen reviews of this book criticizing, oh, he goes into too much detail about what's in the backpack. Hint, hint, wink, wink, it's what you should be using. And it's got multiple books to give you different ideas. You may say, well, he forgot about, well, there's the next book. And he's got another book. And I think he's got a 4th one out. These are the 3 I have read recently. You say, well, I need to understand more about how to be motivated, how to mentally and physically and psychologically prepare. There you go. Kill or Get Killed. Another excellent book on preparing for the combat mindset. On combat. My favorite author, and one gentleman who has taken the time to talk with me one-on-one after events, even though I'm not law enforcement or military, Colonel Grossman. Highly respect this gentleman. His ideas, his wisdom, his understanding of the psychology of combat, killing, and fighting, wonderful. Matter of fact, the book on killing was the first one that I read about this. As you can see behind me, my bookshelf is loaded with additional books. Not all of these are on prepping, survival, etc. I'm a small business owner, so a lot are on marketing and building trust, etc., etc. But these were just a few books to give you a few ideas of what you could read. You could read as a team, the group you're preparing. It's my proposal that the PFT classes be built on how to find people for your group. You think you know those people. You think, oh, I got my best buddy, etc. What if your best buddy's wife is schizophrenic and on medicines? I'm not saying anything bad about her. I'm not saying anything about him. I'm just saying there's a consideration you have to have. But what if your best buddy has 7 kids and all 7 kids' biggest skill is using the Nintendo, the Wii U, or whatever? What's he bringing in to justify feeding 7, 8, 9 people now? So that's some part of the training I think that should be done. I also think that training available should deal with 2-man tactics, husband, wife, father, daughter, etc., trying to get in and out of where you live. Urban, suburban, and rural areas. I think that by doing that, we learn how to get through alleyways, why to choose certain alleyways and why not to. Why roads are always a high point of ambush site, but you can't always take the backwoods jumping over fences and stuff. Or if you do, realizing you're going to get 3 or 4 miles a day versus 7, 8, or 10 miles a day. Those are the type of trainings that I think would benefit us figuring out what you need in your team. Medical people, psychological people, who's really in control. I don't believe it can be a democracy or a republic at some point. Personal belief, things get stressful. I've done a lot of volunteer through CERT, Citizens Corps, etc. And I know that there comes a point where somebody just has to make an executive decision, and everybody has to just follow that. So how do you build that in? How do you, as the person taking this training, realize you're not the person to be giving that order, or that you just need to learn to take other people's orders? These are open-ended ideas. There's going to be a lot more, but it's my suggestion. The firearms y'all are talking about training, the first aid training that you're talking about, the preparing. You use the books that I've suggested or find many of your own. Lots of good websites also out there. You go through that, and then when you show up, you're ready to do team stuff, and team stuff specifically relating to 1 or 2 types of courses. And a lot of people have suggested that. To getting out of Dodge, to get back to wherever you're meeting the rest of your team. Or if you're staying put, how to do it, how to get whose house you're going to go to, etc. And then most importantly is how to fight as a team, how to prevent ambushes, how to prepare ambushes, how to secure your ground, not have to give it up, or if you have to lose your ground, where are you going to go and what are you going to do next? That's just my input on what we should be doing, and I felt it was going to be too long to try to write it all down. I hope you PFT members to get to see y'all soon. I've got a few courses I've already signed up for, Student of the Gun, down in Biloxi. I'll be doing some training there in September, so hope to meet some of y'all then, and hope y'all aren't so angry with me that you want to practice your tasers on me. Till we meet again, have a virus-free week.